Man, this is amazing. Wow. It's extremely lush. If we look on the ground here, we have is that our old friend, the Canadian wild ginger? And we saw some of those last time. The leaves definitely look like it, unless it's some kind of violet. Wow, this is a very healthy, mature broadleaf forest. I'm not really seeing any conifers except for, oh, we got this one. Which, that kind of strikes me as a loblolly, or a shortleaf maybe. Let me get a closer look at that. Yeah, look at that. I don't think this is a red pine. I think this is one of the southern pines. Do we have any cones? We have a few cones. They look pretty small. This might be a shortleaf. I will say, like, just upon first glance, this looks fairly northern. This is a maple. And I think it's sugar maple. It's a pretty tall one, too. Yeah. Maryland crosses my mind. Maybe even, maybe southern Indiana. Southern Indiana or Illinois. It's one of those rounds that I could really just stay here for like an hour. Just identifying different plants. Conspicuous lack of sweet gum, which makes me think that we're actually pretty far north. I'm thinking this one's like either southern Indiana for some reason. That's like really calling my name. Like maybe Hoosier National Forest. That would be plausible. Southern Ohio as well would make sense to me. Like Wayne National Forest. Something like this. Oh my gosh. 26 miles, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go. Yeah, I think it was the lack of sweet gum trees, which I would definitely expect in a forest like that in the southeast. But also just the lack of conifers overall. But I think that pine we saw was probably shortleaf pine. And if I switch over to INAT real quick. Oh wow, you're like right at the northern tip of the range there. Of shortleaf pine in Wayne National Forest. That is so cool. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Look, we're in the tropics here. Right off the bat, we have a Gunnera, the poor man's umbrella, it is sometimes called. But these things can get very, very big. Yeah, they're mostly tropical, but mostly high elevation and cloud forest. So this is crazy. We have a pine tree here. And I'm not used to seeing pine trees alongside these tropical plants, but there's a lot of pine trees in the high elevations of Mexico. This one almost looks like a white pine. Actually, yeah, I think it is a type of white pine. I could be wrong, but it might be Chiapas White Pine. Which, that one, let's see, that grows right down here. Kind of like in the cloud forest and around like Oaxaca, Puebla. Mostly around here, I think. You get a lot of Chiapas White Pine. And you also get Gunnera as well. Now this thing is definitely a showstopper. I don't know what this is. But it has beautiful pink flowers. It's not fuchsia, is it? It could be, actually. It could be a fuchsia. Dude, this is insane. But I'm definitely getting Mexico vibes from this. Man, there's just so much going on this slope. We got some very red soil. You see that a lot in the tropics. Okay, but everything about this is screaming Mexico to me. I think I'm gonna go somewhere in like Oaxaca or Puebla. I think Oaxaca sounds good. So it's gonna be, so whenever you see like Gunnera, this plant right here, you know this is an environment that gets a lot of rainfall. It's kind of like a high elevation cloud forest situation. And you get that on these mountain slopes in like eastern Mexico. Because you have all that excess moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific. I think I'm gonna go for this road right here and just see how it goes. Hey, not too bad. Okay, so it was Chiapas. It was Chiapas. A little further to the east. Check INAT for Gunnera in Mexico, super interesting, yes. Actually, I think this is one that we looked at before. But it's been a while. I definitely want to check out the range again. Oh, dude, yeah, there's like this huge area like kind of like a disjunct there. That's interesting. I would expect there to be Gunneras all along this slope here, but I guess they're not. But there it is right there in Chiapas. That's exactly where we were. Wow, fascinating.